Hello, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Darkness in Dublin, Werewolf the Apocalypse venue. In this scene, we have a trip that is going to be happening, um, and it's a pretty big deal for these three Garu that are going to be embarking on it, especially for Celeste Gonzalez. We will begin our scene at the Cub House on the Sept, as that is where two out of the three live, at least for now, until everybody is allowed to leave Sept again. Um, and I and that is where the three of them have been asked to gather before they take off.
So Celeste is pretty much double checking everything. Um, she's got the magpie swag. She's got clothes. She's got talons. She's got um, the fang dagger in it in the magpie swag. Um, and she seems really nervous. Um, she's I think that if saying that she isn't afraid is probably unwise of her, but she's pretty much just che- she's got her list. She's checking it twice. She's making sure she's got everything. Um, and she's sitting in the kitchen, drinking her last cup of tea for probably quite a while. She's dressed in jeans, tank top, a plaid overshirt. She's got a leather jacket, um, a beanie, hiking boots, her usual. Um, and she seems to be really nervous.
Estella will come down the stairs after a few minutes, and she's got on leggings, hiking boots, some sort of t-shirt, and kind of a thicker jacket. Her hair is back off her face as normal, and she's not really she's not made up in any way. She's just like fully business, like not dressed to impress in any sort of way. She's just like, we have shit to do. And she'll come down and she'll sit with Celeste after grabbing a bottle of water, and she'll start drinking the bottle of water and just ask her if she's ready to go, or she's about ready.
Uh, yeah, I think so. I think I've got everything I need.
Alyssa will come up behind Celeste, put an arm around her.
She stiffens a little bit before relaxing. And she just looks up at her mom. She looks scared. Um, she's got some tears in her eyes.
She she hugs her close and she whispers in her ear in Spanish, "You've got this, my love. You'll come back. I have no doubts."
She cries.
She'll hug her.
Estella will reach an arm over to Celeste and give her a squeeze. Reach a hand over to Celeste and give her a squeeze. I don't know how you squeeze with an arm.
I mean, you know.
You can kind of
Uh,
try, but like,
she she squeezes Estella's hand. She's looking around for Bailey.
Um, yeah, he's close by. As soon as he notices her looking around, he'll come over. Hey,
Hold on. She looks up at him and she's crying.
Hey, come on now. Dazzles will move out of the way and Bailey will come over.
Can you tell me a joke?
Well, way to put me on the spot, and I don't joke. You know this.
I mean,
he just like is looking at her all confused. Like, what? I am the last person to be telling you a joke.
well, you did say the Bailey's Irish cream joke the other day, so
I did, but that was on accident. Every time I try to make jokes on purpose, they never work out.
she just smiles at him and she stands up and she hugs him really tightly.
He hugs her back. He pulls back and he boops her nose. You'll be okay. Promise.
I know. I'm just scared.
And you should be. It's Pangea. You should be scared. But you're a Shadow Lord. You've got this.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you.
Right on cue to ruin this moment. Leon kind of kicks the door in a bit.
That's what I was hoping for. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
He's got like tattered jeans on, a black t-shirt. He's got his armor on. And he's got a aluminum baseball bat with barbed wire up on his shoulder, a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah,
I facilitated this. Jesus Christ.
Oh God. So she kind of backs away from Bailey a little bit, but she still has like her arm around his neck or his shoulders, and she's just like, "God damn it, Leon! Why did you have to ruin this moment?"
What moment? Why the fuck you crying?
I'm scared. I'm scared. I just, it's super emotional because my mom's twin, and if it was Bailey, then Anyways, she wipes her eyes. She like tears her face off. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you and Estella about it a little bit more before we leave.
That will look to the three of them. Now that Leon's here, and before you go have your last minute talks, I have one more thing to give to you, all of you, before you go.
What's up, Mom?
She pulls out she has a small bag in her hand, and she hands out to each of them a small little let's see how to describe it. It's like a it's like a ball, but it's a little squishy. And it seems to be easily malleable.
Is it like earplugs?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go with that. So they're all little. They're like little tiny. They're like an earplug. And it would be like an earplug that could go in each one of your ears. These are mind link talons. You're each gonna put the talon in your ear, and it'll activate it, and you will have mind link as if you were a totemed pack. I wanted to make sure that you could communicate without speaking out loud, because you're going to a very dangerous place and you need to be able to communicate.
That'll definitely come in handy. Thank you. I appreciate that. She's gonna look at Estella and at Leon, and then she's gonna look back at her mom, and she's like, "If we put them in, are we gonna be at risk of losing them?"
No, they stay pretty well. They like form to your ear, and
Okay.
it doesn't hinder your ability to hear either. And then when you're done, you dismiss the spirit, then it falls out,
Okay.
and you can just throw them away
All right. Thank you.
How long do they last?
until you break the connection.
Okay.
The duration
With-
is until you're finished with what you're doing. Um,
Alright.
if you want to keep it going longer, you can keep it going longer, but it's until you break the connection. And if you need more, I can always make more
Thank you.
after this.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
think that will be okay for the time being. I think the plan is we're gonna go there. We're gonna see what we can find out. And then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna rest up, and then head out for the next one.
She nods. Okay. Thank you, Celeste.
Absolutely, Mom.
And thank you, Estella and Leon, for helping. It. If you find him, she shakes her head.
I'm gonna do everything I can to find him. You know that.
She nods. I know. You're my daughter. I know.
The first
Uh,
thing, the first thing I said to you all when I got here, and was confirmed as family, I said I wanted to find this person. So
I know.
I'm
And I appreciate that.
elated to be able to help Celeste.
She looks to Leon. I appreciate you going to help them and help keep them safe.
Nah, don't mention it.
I won't. She grins.
um, where's Sebastian at?
He is probably in his study.
Oh boy. She's gonna look at Alyssa and she's just gonna say, "Does Dad know yet?"
That you're going?
Yeah.
I didn't tell him.
She looks at
Though unless
Bailey.
Bailey did, and Bailey shakes his head. No, I didn't tell Dad.
I know that if I tell him, he'll try and stop me, but I can't leave without saying goodbye.
Well, you've already got a foot out the door, so I don't think he'll do too much, but
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
just tell him that we have to go meet some of my BG friends at some of the BG boys in San Francisco.
she
Sweet.
raises an eyebrow at Estella. That man
Sweet
can see
Jesus.
through any lie. It is not a good idea to lie to him.
Well, it technically not a lie. We are going to visit them. We are going to San Francisco,
You are.
and we are going to probably meet up with some of the BG boys. So, not a lie.
She shrugs.
She winks.
um,
Estella winks at Alyssa. She's just like, yeah, it's
Celeste
She
is
just
gonna
shakes her head.
okay.
Celeste is actually gonna run up to is gonna go to his study. She's gonna knock on the door.
It's open.
And she walks in and closes the door. Dad.
He lights up when he sees her, but then quickly frowns, seeing the look on her face.
Hey.
Is everything okay, mi amor?
Yeah. It will be. As soon as I can make it, so.
Come here. Come. He opens his arms.
She walks into his arms and hugs him. And she'll look up at him and she says, "I'm leaving, but I'm gonna be back."
Why are you going?
Pangea.
That oh okay. Why?
I'm trying to find Uncle Javier.
He kind of freezes and he swallows. You think he's alive?
Mom knows he is. And
You
I
know how
trust
much
her.
I love your mother, but I have to
And
be realistic.
I know. I trust her. I trust her instinct on everything. And
He has tears in his eyes.
if she feels it in her gut, then and she feels like she knows he's alive, and there's a chance they have to find him. We have to find him. We have to bring him home.
Please be very careful.
I will be. I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks or anything like that, and I'm going to make sure that the people that are going with me are going to do the same.
So you're not going alone.
No, I'm not. I'm going with Leon and Estella.
He nods. Tribe mates, that's good.
Hmm.
And family.
Yeah, and I'll keep them safe, and I know that they'll keep me safe. But I
He
couldn't.
hugs her tightly.
She hugs him back, and she just says, "I couldn't leave without letting you know where I was going."
Thank you.
Of course. But I'll be back, and I'll be okay. I don't know when I'll be
Come
back.
see me. You come see me as soon as you come back.
Absolutely. You guys will be the first to know. Promise.
Okay. I know I can't stop you. Trying to stop you is as futile as trying to stop your mother or your brother. I can't
Yeah, it's true.
stop you. But please come home to me. I can't lose you.
I will. I will. I promise. I love you.
I love you. He kisses her forehead.
She says I love you in Spanish.
Yep. He says it back.
And she gives him she's like, you should come downstairs before we leave to
Okay.
say goodbye to everybody.
Sure. He'll get up and as soon as she gets up, he'll get up and go downstairs with her.
So she comes. Celeste comes back into the kitchen with her dad following behind her, and
He is, for reference, he is very tall. He is about 6'4", I think is what I said he was.
6'3" because I was watching
6'3". Okay.
my intro earlier today.
Okay, so he's 6'3", which means he's even taller than Bailey, because Bailey is 6 foot, I think is what I said Bailey was.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Or 5'11". He's up there. I think probably the only person taller than him would be Leon, but not by much.
Holy shit! I wasn't expecting Leon to be that tall. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leon's like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's almost as tall as you can get without having huge size. Yeah, Sebastian is 6'3", and he's muscular. He looks like that. It's probably a good thing he's not a Garu, because if he was, then holy shit. But he comes downstairs and he smiles to everyone. He puts his arm around Alyssa.
I think there's going to be a family hug. We're going to even include Leon in this.
Yep. Group hug, because that's what this family does, is they hug
Yep.
a lot.
Yeah, we do a lot of hugging in this family. And Celeste takes a deep breath because she's a lot calmer now that her entire family's with her. Even Estella and even Leon. Um, even though Leon's not blood, he's still Shadow Lord, and so technically speaking, he's family. So she double checks everything again, and she's like, "All right, time for a group talk." And I think we're gonna go outside to have this
Okay.
discussion, probably to the garden or somewhere where we can, where there's more fresh air than in the house.
Hmm. Yeah, there's plenty of seating outside in the garden, because it's like they've worked hard to make it very pleasant out there. Like, there's the practical side of the garden, and then there's the not so practical side where there's a lot of pretty flowers and things like that. And there's tables and chairs and loungers and stuff. So it's like a little
Mhm.
backyard, like a little back garden oasis type thing.
And so Celeste is gonna find a table and some chairs to sit at. And she's gonna motion for Leon and Estella to sit down. She's got the the bag with her. And she just like, please, I just need to talk to you guys about a couple of things before we head out. Um, so she puts the bag on the table. And she's gonna pull out uh some of the talons. And she's gonna hand Leon 2 guys' breath and a single armor talon. And the same for Estella and Celeste as well. And she leaves the rest in the bag. So, keep these on you. Don't use them unless you absolutely need to. If you need more, let me know. Hold on. I just gotta make a couple of notes right quick. And 3 equals 9. All right. So, you have the guy's breath. You have the armor talon. A couple of ground rules I would like to establish. The place that we're going to is very dangerous. It's very wild. It's probably the wildest place that you will ever visit. It's very primordial in its structure. There will be dinosaurs. There will be mammoths. There will be things there that are going to be a lot tougher than we are. I would ask that each of you be smart. Don't take unnecessary risks. Don't fight something that looks like it could eat you alive or in one bite. And she looks specifically at Leon when she says that. There are some things that I have been asked to find or to harvest for the keeper of the land. So if you would help me with that, I've got Ziploc bags and Tupperware. We've got the mind link. Be safe. Be quiet. If you don't have to talk, don't talk. There are some things that I can do that are very beneficial for groups. especially in the Umbra or any umbral realms that I will be utilizing. I can heal you if the Gaia's breath is not enough. We work as a team. I would say try to avoid fights if at all possible. If you could run, run. If you can't, hide, etc. We're Shadow Lords. We're good at that. That's what we do. Remember what we're going for. Remember, keep your wits about you. And try not to die. Because we can heal, but I'd rather avoid loss of limb if at all possible. Any questions, comments, concerns?
We don't put up at all.
Right on the money.
Estella just nods. She's like, yeah, I'm not splitting up with any of these people. They're splitting away from them.
She looks at Leon. Questions, comments, concerns?
Since we're going to be in the Umbra and dealing with a realm that I've never been to before, I will defer to the Theurge's judgment. When it comes to the matter of battle and what we should and should not fight, as the RO, that is my decision.
I'll accept that. I would simply ask that if we can avoid a fight, we do it.
Estella nods. She's she's in agreement and in acceptance, kind of. She's like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Because where you may be skilled in battle and martial abilities, we happen to carry a lot of wisdom about when or when not to fight them. That is the job of a Theurge, is to carry wisdom, is it not? Most of the time.
I'll keep my comments to myself.
No, if you've got comments, I'd love to hear them.
Well, naturally, we're only going to fight when necessary. I'm not sure what you think of me.
I mean, I've heard some things, but I don't necessarily think that those things are in regard to your ability in combat.
No, my ability in combat's not in question. It seems to be my judgment.
I'm not questioning your judgment either. I'm simply asking if we can avoid a fight. Let's do it.
Well, naturally.
Okay. That's all I ask. But I will defer to your judgment when it comes to combat.
Thank you.
Of course. Are we ready? Do you have everything?
One final thing. Once we're in California, before we get to the Umbra, if we can take weapons in, then fine. I can pay for Leon to go buy something for us to have. But
So the problem with that is, I mean, I can't carry it in the magpie swag because I can carry knives, possibly. Out of character. Can I carry knives in my magpie swag?
Yes, those are considered more natural weapons.
Okay. Firearms, not so much, because those are that's weaver items, and I can't do that. If you attune it to yourself, sure, or dedicate it, cool.
I
take a
don't know how.
renown. You'll take a renown loss for dedicating it, and if you don't have the right of talisman dedication, then you can't do it.
Yeah, I
You
can't
know
do it
what?
because I don't know how to do either of those things. So
If you are not a glasswalker or bonar, you take a renown loss for dedicating any firearm or technological item to yourself.
You know who does have talisman dedication?
You do.
I do.
What
Anyway,
about my bat? Is that too technological? The barbed wire, the bat.
that's not technological.
No, that's fine, and
Just making sure.
you can have dedicated the bat. Yes, that's completely okay. Yep, nope, that's not a technological item. That is not a Weaver item. That is completely a beat stick that you can dedicate.
a beat stick. I have the
Fucking Krynos werewolf swinging this giant bat. It's great.
Jesus, sorry.
Estella will look at Leon real quick and be like, "I'm gonna have to upgrade that to razor wire for you. It'll just be that much more powerful and painful."
Whatever.
Okay. So
I'm just bringing it
anything else?
because you can't always be in Krynos.
And I will be definitely behind both of you in this. Is at least once we're in California, I will be as hidden as possible without being invisible, which sadly I cannot do.
You will not need to worry about that. I have you covered with that.
Estella nods. She's been stone faced the entire time, but now that she's like, we're actually going to California, she's not so much nervous about going to the Umbra and going to this wild, crazy place as she is about going to California and being aware that her persistent parents are in the same location and they're the same state at least, probably even the same country. She's still worried about it, but that's
Okay.
the only thing that she's worried with.
Well, out of character, I will say you probably should be worried.
Yeah.
Switching back to in character, is there anything else?
Yeah, depending on. Do you know where we're going to be entering?
Yes, it's the La
I was
Brea
gonna say-
tar pit in Los Angeles.
Never been there. I don't know if there's any seclusion.
Probably sneak in at night. Maybe. Or I
Well,
don't
I'll
know.
ask you guys. I'll ask you because I don't know the. I just know that we go into the Umbra. I know how to go into the Umbra, but so I have a question. In America, in sporting goods stores, they have sprays and things that will mask your scent. And since we're going to a very primal place in which the possibility of being hunted by scent is very likely, if you were to spray that on your person on this side and move into the Umbra, does the spray that you sprayed on yourself go with you?
Again, I have you covered on that. I have this really cool nifty merit called Without a Trace.
Yep, out of character, she has without a trace, which and if she spends a willpower point, it extends to her pack. So, which is everybody that she's with.
And I can actually tell you what it allows you to do if you give me 2 seconds.
Yep.
Give me a second. I'm gonna open my character sheet because it's on there. Let me pull it up real quick. So that is okay. So when you're in the wilderness, the Umbra or Umbral realms, or actively stealth, you leave no trace, and you can spend a point of willpower to extend the merit to your pack for the scene. Pack meaning anyone you're on a mission with. So they can't smell us by pure breed or anything like that. So,
yeah,
like
you cannot be tracked by magical means or by your pure breed, and your natural scents are also masked as well.
Yeah, like I said, I've got you guys covered on that.
Okay.
It was really cool, and I totally took it. So last call for questions, comments, concerns.
Estella shakes her head.
Okay. Leon?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I guess we're ready then. And Celeste,
Are we still by? Sorry, out of game. Are we still by the house where the
Yeah.
parents are?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
garden.
No, I'll meet you. Or do you want to go here? I need to go inside real quick.
I mean, I have to get my stuff.
Alright.
And I guess we're gonna head back in the house.
Okay, so you'll go back in,
Mhm.
get the stuff. Did she explain that they'll be going to San Francisco via Moonbridge?
I believe I did, yes.
Yes.
So you'll go and say your last second goodbyes.
Yep.
And then go to, you'll go to the closer to the heart of the cairn where the Moonbridge entrance is, and the gatekeeper.
Can I do one last thing before we go there?
Yeah, sure.
So as we're about ready to leave, Leon will say, well, "Just let me go drain the lizard real quick. I'll be right back." And he goes back into the house to find the parents, both the kinfolk and Alyssa, real quick.
Okay. Yeah, they're still in like the living area. And 1 second, let me split the screen so I can put both their overlays up. Okay.
You don't have to worry about that. It's just gonna be real quick.
So they'll look to him.
I just wanted to say one thing before we leave.
Yes.
I'll bring them both back or die trying.
They both smile and they nod. Thank you.
Mhm.
Any familiar faces on our way to the Cairn Heart?
Yes.
Oh God.
You'll see you'll see in one way or another, like throughout the sept, as you're walking over there, Bailey's pack, including Liam, and the warder.
Okay. I'd like to go give each one of them a hug.
They will all hug her back and tell her good luck.
And she's like, "I'll be back." She smiles at Liam.
Liam smiles back.
And she's gonna head back over to Estella and wait for Leon.
Leon's not too far behind. If he sees his
Alright.
kinfolk on the way
So
there, he
you're-
just kind of nods to them and moves on.
Yeah, they would have hung around to see him off, for sure. Katya with a. She usually wears a very stone expression, like you can't tell her emotions most of the time, but Leon would pick up that she is slightly worried, like, and she gives him a look like, he better come back.
Leon just gives her a big exaggerated wink.
She shakes her head.
I'll be right back. I have to go pee.
Okay.
Give me like just a minute.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Could I know we're already past it in character, but could Estella have spoken to the her aunt and uncle before she left as well?
Yeah, sure. We can
Like after
just go
I'm
back and
guessing
do that
after
real quick.
Leon. Okay.
Sure. I'm not gonna put the overlays back up, but just say what
No, that's not
what
the
you would
issue.
have what
She would have like walked in and just stood before them and just looked at both of them and just said, "You don't know how much it means to me for you to have taken me in. I will do my best to find him and Estella. I mean, and Celeste will come back unharmed."
they both will say your family. Of course, I want you to come back too. Don't just, I care about all of you. I want you all to come back. And she'll kiss her forehead and hug her tightly.
She'll give her a smile and nod to her. She's been stone faced the whole time except for like thinking about going to California. Now she's like teeny bit misty. Just a teeny bit. She's like, we'll let you know when we're back.
You better.
She'll nod and she'll go on and hop out and catch up with the group.
Okay. And then when Kellen comes back, we'll put you guys on the moon bridge.
Are we doing the entire thing today, or are we just doing like part of it, or?
If it depends on time, we may have to do a part 2.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
So yeah, it depends on time. If we have time to do the whole scene today, we will. If not, we'll cut it short and do a part 2. You guys, if we have to do a part 2, won't be scene locked. You just won't have left yet.
That's fine.
That's okay by me. But yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Oh, you go to the Moonbridge entrance, and the gatekeeper will greet you and ask where you're going.
We are venturing towards Pangea.
Or would you like the nearest cairn to Los Angeles, or do you have a specific location in mind?
Where is the nearest cairn to Los Angeles? San Francisco, yes.
No, actually. There is a sept that is in Los Angeles. Has a Silver Fang Alpha.
She looks at the two of them. So, think that would work?
Yeah. We'll just have to announce ourselves first.
And she
Estella
nods.
nods.
Well, I
nods.
can send word ahead that you're coming.
I would very much appreciate that if you'd be so kind.
Of course, it's what we're here for. We send words between gatekeepers, and that's how we maximize Moonbridge travel.
But yes, if you could send word that we'll be arriving rather shortly, I would appreciate it.
Okay. Yes. So they will do that. Now I've got to get my overlay up for the alpha of that sept because he will greet you. Should be this one. hoping. So you will step onto the moon bridge. Nope, not that one. You'll step onto the moon bridge, and so it's essentially like this mystical matter. It's as if you were like walking on one like the say like the rings of a planet, that kind of mystical thing. It's transparent. You can see
Okay.
the reflections of the world below you. You are very high up, but you don't feel like you're going to fall off.
That's
Mario
really
Kart
cool.
Rainbow Road. Yep.
That's
With
really
safety
cool.
rails.
That is really cool.
So it's essentially like you're walking over the world.
That is really awesome.
And the bridge knows where you're going, so it just
Mhm.
leads you to where you need to go. And the travel is relatively fast, as in if you were to fly or sail or anything like that, it would take you a lot longer. Like this only takes you maybe a couple of hours, if that.
Okay.
You're not on it very long. But if you would like to talk amongst you, if you would like to have a conversation while you're walking across the moon bridge, you can totally do that.
Celeste doesn't really say anything, but she looks like she's thinking really hard about everything.
At some point, Leon's going to ask, "What would happen if I piss over this new moon bridge?"
I would really recommend that you don't do that because it might start raining somewhere.
Probably a little disrespectful. I wouldn't know exactly, but I can.
Yeah, I
imagine.
would also imagine that would be extremely disrespectful and appreciate it if you didn't do that.
Disrespectful to whom?
But we're traveling through the Umbra essentially out of character, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You're in the Umbra.
Yeah, Leon, we're traveling through the Umbra right now. There are spirits in the Umbra.
You've never pissed in the Umbra before?
You don't need
No.
to. Out of character.
No.
While you're in the Umbra, you have no need for sleep, food, or drink.
Or the need to pee, apparently.
Right. Well, if you're not eating or drinking, then you have no need to relieve yourself.
Exactly.
Except for what you ate and drank beforehand.
Don't complicate matters. Oh my god.
It's just,
we
those
can-
functions are suspended. There's no reason. You
We
don't
will
need
have Estella will say we will have a potty break as soon as we get to California.
It's just a theoretical question.
I sure hope so.
On the way back, we can always drop a little bit of water, but like, I don't think water would be seen as disrespectful. So we can drop like a little bit of water on the way back if we're really curious.
Celeste just kind of face palms a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay then.
Listen the fuck up. We're not in Pangea yet.
Oh, I know that, obviously. I'm sure the environment would be very different if we were. She's actually gonna like wrap her arm around Estella's shoulders and kind of pull her in a little bit because they are cousins after all.
Estella will walk along with her. And she'll ask her, she's like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better than I was. It's just it's the twin thing that we've got. It's just Bailey and I have this connection that's really strong, but it's like I keep saying, if it was him, then I would go to wherever I had to go to bring him back, and I can't imagine what my mom's going through or what she has gone through. But I know that she's got my dad, she's got my brother, and they'll be there to keep her safe while I go and do this. While we go and do this. And she'll look at the two of them and she just says, "Thank you."
It's not a problem. We won't let anything happen to you.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you two either.
She'll smile at her.
Look at each other's back.
Leon
That
just shrugs.
I take it that's acceptance from Estella will say, I take it that's acceptance from the big guy.
Celeste just shrugs. Meh. Maybe. Probably.
That's how he communicates.
Through a series of grunts and shrugs. I can see that.
Don't forget rude gestures.
That too.
I'm really good at rude gestures.
Oh, we know.
Alright. So I guess you can maybe get off here.
Yeah, as you get closer to your destination, you seem to descend.
Like going down an escalator or stairs or just down a hill or something.
I don't know why it automatically muted me, but it did. Yeah, it's kind of like going down an escalator. It just kind of like seems to, as you walk, it just everything seems to get closer and closer. It's not like anything that you can physically feel. It's just something that is happening.
Yeah, it's like when you're walking downstairs on a down escalator.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't even get the feeling of going down the stairs. It's just things just seem to start getting closer and closer as you're walking along the bridge.
Oh, neat.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and the bridge just knows where you're going. And so you step off when you get to the entrance of the Sept of the Sacred Heart. The gatekeeper for that sept is there, and she will smile to you.
Celeste will smile back and she'll just say, I'm Celeste Gonzalez, DiD Spirit of Thunder, Shadow Lord Theurge, born under a crescent moon. A waxing crescent moon. Because for Theurges, there is a distinct difference. Born on two legs. These are my companions, Leon and Estella.
She will nod and she'll say, yes, received word from your sept in Dublin, is it? Ireland?
Yes,
You're-
and she just nods her head.
None of you look Irish.
I'm not. I don't believe Estella is either, and I think that Leon is actually American.
Fuck yeah, I am.
She'll just nod. All right. I'm not here to ask questions, really. The elf is expecting you, and he will greet you as you make your way to the bond of the sept. So, what you're looking at is this sept is urban. You are the bond of the sept is pretty much the driveway to a giant house.
Okay.
like the I have to find. Did I save the picture of? Crap. Anyway, it is. It's big. It's like it's like an estate, basically.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
So that is like, what you're looking at is that this entire sept is an estate. Um, and you're when you're walking up to the entrance of the sept, it's literal set of gates.
Okay.
And this man, you don't even need to make a howl of introduction because this man is standing there to meet you. He is he looks very young, but he's actually a little older. He's actually a bit older than he looks. A lot older than he looks. He has one of those faces. And you might also be able to guess that he probably moved up the ranks relatively fast. Because, silver fangs, they have to be the best.
Sure they do.
They have to think they're the best.
So for the Theurges,
sorry, go ahead.
This particular cairn resonates a lot of renewing energy. Renewing energy. When you get in, I will describe what. There's just a lot of renewing and healing energy in this place. But he will greet you and he will say, "Welcome. I am Corey Petrova. DiD heals the corruption. I am a." He kind of sheepishly grins because when he gets to this part, he knows that people are going to look at him weird. I was born on 2 legs under the gibbous moon. I am an elder of the Silver Fangs, and I am alpha of the sept.
That's rather impressive. I'm Celeste Gonzalez, DiD's Spiritus Mother, Shadow Lord Theurge Cleoth, born under a waxing crescent moon on 2 legs.
Gonzalez.
She nods. And,
are you Dazzles the Young? Are you related to Dazzles the Young?
That is my mother.
He smiles.
Do you know her?
I do.
Oh.
She and I worked together on many occasions between our septs when she was in San Francisco.
Oh, I see. I don't remember her ever mentioning you, but I'll definitely let her know how you are.
He shrugs. I don't expect her to mention everyone she's ever worked with, but before I became alpha, I was the den parent here.
Oh, okay. Well, that might explain why you know her.
He'll nod.
These are my companions, Leon Schultz and Estella Gonzalez, my cousin.
He'll nod. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to my sept. You may be here as long as you need, and enjoy your stay in Los Angeles. And he'll bring them through the gates to this giant estate, and he will show them like where they can stay.
Okay.
He'll take you through the main house, out to the courtyard where the Cairn Heart is, and you're still in the Umbra. You will see a giant phoenix perching on top of the Cairn heart.
Oh my, that's rather impressive.
And that the phoenix is the seps totem.
I imagine.
And it is a very powerful Cairn. It is out of character mechanically level 5.
Wow.
Yep.
Comparatively
And-
speaking to the Karen that we just came from.
Which is 3, I believe. Is what I
Oh
put it at.
wow. Okay. All right.
Hang on. Let me look to make sure, but I believe I put it at 3. It is it's basically like a resort, and he'll take you to a smaller house, which is like one of the many guest houses that is on this estate, and he will say, "This one is yours for as long as you need it."
Thank you. I appreciate your hospitality.
He nods to them, and then he will take his leave if they have no questions, concerns.
I don't. I actually, she was gonna call her mom.
Okay.
To let her know that they just landed.
So she doesn't know that they didn't go to San Francisco. So she'll say, so you made it there safely.
Yes, we did. There was a cairn closer to where we needed to go, and so we went there instead.
You can almost audibly hear her brow furrowing, and then it's like, and then she like recognizes, oh, I didn't even think about that. You went to the
Yes.
Center of the Sacred Heart.
The alpha is Corey Petrova.
He's the alpha now?
Yes, he is.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he mentioned that he knew you, so.
He does. We work together between our seps. We, with if we had an overage of cubs, or if we thought that cubs weren't going to work in each other's places, we would transfer cubs between us and just work together that way, because we are relatively close proximity, just about 5 hours apart. So
Okay.
but yeah, we work together quite a lot. I didn't realize he had become the alpha.
Apparently he is. But we landed safely. And I think we might. I'm gonna check with Leon and Estella and see what if they want to go straight there, or if they want to stay the night here and then go in first thing in the morning. I just wanted to call you guys and let you know that we made it safely.
Well, I very much appreciate that.
Of course.
You are in good hands. That is that sept is a very good one to be at. I don't think highly of too many silver fangs, but Corey's a good one.
Okay, I'll definitely keep that in mind. He seems really nice. So. Anyways, I have to go. And I'll let you know before we go in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll talk to you later. I love you.
I love you.
She'll hang up the call, and she's gonna go back inside to Leon and Estella. And she's gonna set her bag down on a chair, and she's gonna. Is there like a fridge in here with something to eat?
Yeah, it's a full house. Like there are 3 bedrooms, a nice kitchen, a living room, a dining room. It's all furnished. Like
okay.
It looks like it looks like a very nice house that you would find, I mean, in California, but like for it to be part of the estate, it's like one of the smaller houses, but it's probably a
Wow.
pretty big one for you.
Wow. Okay.
It's like a 2,000 square foot house.
Holy shit. All right. Cool.
The big
Uh,
the big house is like 10,000 square feet or something. It's big.
damn.
I have pictures of it somewhere. I have to dig them up, but I'll show them to you later. But
Okay. And she's gonna pull Leon and Estella into the kitchen because that's where most people have serious conversations. And she's gonna look at the two of them and she's just like, "Do you guys want to go now, or do you want to go first thing in the morning?" What time is it right now?
what time did you leave?
Probably like 10 a.m.
Okay, so it's early afternoon. Maybe early to mid-afternoon by now. And
Okay.
you are, well, okay. So you left mid-morning in Dublin.
Yes,
So actually, and it
that
took
would
you a
be
couple of hours to get there, so it's actually early morning
okay.
or late night in Los Angeles.
I would like to see what time the tar pits open, or if that's like something we can go to at all hours.
Oh,
It's-
you can go do it whenever.
Okay. So
Just go do it now, unless you need to rest.
I'm fine. I just wasn't sure if you guys wanted to eat anything.
Estella's gonna open up the fridge and she's gonna see if there's any
I swear to
Any-
God, I swear to God, if you say bacon, I'm gonna punch you.
no, I was gonna say steak.
Okay, good.
There is, so the fridge is fully stocked. There is fresh meat of any kind that you can imagine. There are fresh vegetables, there are fresh fruits, there are cheeses, and just there's all kinds of stuff in there.
She's gonna very quickly rip open a steak and she's gonna go to town on that.
Don't you want to cook it first?
Since she's gonna gulp down a bite and she kind of covers her mouth as she's gulping down the bite and she's like, since the first change, and she kind of wipes the sides of her mouth a bit. She's like, it doesn't taste as good cooked.
Okay, all
So
right,
I kind of just
all right. That's fair, I suppose. I don't want to like be rude and steal their food. Did Bailey pack stuff for us, right?
Yeah, he packed like he essentially made rations that would last you, like dried meats and dried fruit and that kind of stuff, nuts.
Okay.
But like you are allowed to eat the food that's there.
yeah. Estella will leave like a $10 bill in the fridge. She's like, I ate your steak here.
I'm gonna, if there's like apples or like any fruit that'll stay for a while, I'm gonna put it in the bag. So like apples, pears, stuff like that.
Yep.
I'm gonna like scrounge the pantry for like crackers, maybe cookies, that kind of thing. Just anything that's not gonna go bad like super soon, because I have no idea how long we're gonna be there for.
Estella's gonna have to, like, in the middle of another bite, she's covering her mouth as she's asking. She's like, any packets of tuna?
Oh my god.
Cans?
I'm gonna look around for cans of tuna.
But
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll say you can find cans of tuna. That's
Is a
pretty
we
can
don't have to
opener?
eat or anything when we're in Pangea, correct? So why are we stocking up on food?
I mean, I guess that's right, but maybe, I don't know. It's better to have it, not or need it.
How about if you let's see. How about if you make a Umbra lore check?
Okay, give me 2 seconds. 'Cause I have some of that. What is it? Just going to be the Umbra lore, or is it going to be intelligence?
Intelligence Umbra lore.
So 4 plus that's 6 dice.
2, I think. Yep. Okay, I'll roll that for you.
Okay.
6. Discord not working. What's going on, Discord? Try it again from my phone.
Okay. Would a can opener be considered a weaver item?
Not a handheld one.
I wasn't thinking. I don't. I hate electric can openers. What the fuck?
Okay, so Discord's not working.
I don't see the
What?
bot.
That's really weird. Do you want me to try? Call might drop though. That's the only problem. Give me a second. Please don't drop. Please don't fucking drop. Why is it doing this?
No, I think the bot has crashed.
Yep.
Great.
I'll go. I'll see if I can roll it in another one of my servers.
Okay.
I know it won't show up, but I mean, I'm the ST. I'm here, so. No, Sidekick as a whole is offline.
Yay.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I would Google
Okay,
dice
so
roller.
I'm just gonna give it to you.
Okay.
So Celeste, you remember, your training and basic things that you've learned about the Umbra, and you know that anytime you're in the Umbra, including any realm that you go to, you do not have the need to eat, drink, or sleep while you are there.
Okay. All right.
The food that Bailey packed was in the event that you got stuck outside of the Umbra for a while.
Okay. I think I'm still gonna take the tuna cans just in case. And
Completely,
yeah,
completely fine. But
and a manual can opener, and I'm gonna leave a $10 bill on the counter. Like, here you go. I'm basically gonna take like $10 worth of groceries, put them in the bag.
Okay. Completely fine.
Because just in case. I mean,
I'm
yeah,
confident
we can.
in my abilities to hunt. I'm not worried.
Okay. I'm gonna call an Uber. And we're gonna go. I would like to say goodbye to the Alpha first because it would be rude not to.
Mm-hmm.
To let him know that we are on our way. But yeah, she's gonna call an Uber or a Lyft or something like that, and have them take us to the tar pit.
Okay. You get there. I'm gonna say by the time that you do this and you get to the Liberator pits, it's sunrise.
Okay. Are there people there?
Not yet,
Okay.
but they'll drop you off, and you'll see that there's a pool outside of the entrance, and that kind of resonates a lot of energy.
She's gonna point to it there. Do I have to hop a fence for this?
No, don't
Um,
have to hop the fence. There's no
um,
fence. It's like roped off.
okay. But she's gonna go over to the looks like a pond. And she's gonna touch it. She's gonna look.
It feels.
Go ahead.
Say that it feels wet, but it's a different kind of wet. It's like when you're touching water spirits wet.
Puppy kisses. Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna look at Leon and look at Estella, and she just says, "Are you guys ready? This is it."
This is what I was born to do.
All right. Do you want to go in all at the same time, or do you want to go in a specific order?
Same time.
Celeste isn't gonna jump into it, but she's gonna like wade into it.
As you all
Estella's gonna
step,
grab her by the hand and she's going,
yeah, I imagine that you're all kind of stepping into the pool together.
Yeah.
It does feel kind of thick, murky, not quite like tar, but close. You feel this feeling of being pulled, and you get pulled under. It's like being sucked in, and you fall through the water, the pit, and when it's a bit disorienting, and you land on solid ground.
Okay. As soon as we do that, I'm gonna activate Without a Trace. I'm gonna burn the willpower for it.
Okay.
And she's gonna hand the mind link to everybody. Everybody gets one as soon as we land.
Estella's gonna nod and take hers and go on and put it in her ear.
Leon does the same.
And she's gonna nod at the two of them, and she's gonna open the link. What does the area look like?
Well, when you in front of sort of a lake, and you see this.
Oh wow. Huh. Okay.
And it is
so we're standing on the bank
very wild
of it?
space. Yeah, you're standing on the bank of the lake, and you're looking. When you look out, you're seeing this waterfall and all this vegetation. And if you look above you, there's like a rainforest blanket.
Okay. All right. you guys. You're not gonna be able. Nobody's gonna be able to track you. You're good. So first things first. Okay. Leon, if you'd be so kind as to keep watch, I'd appreciate it. And she's gonna pull Estella to the side. Did Alyssa give anything of Javier's to Celeste before they left?
No,
I'm sh-
not in scene or anything.
no, I don't. She didn't really have anything to give.
All right. Okay. So in that case, um, hmm, I'd like to do. Uh, what are the water spirits here like?
They're pretty similar to the ones in Ireland. They
Mhm.
seem a bit, but they just seem more pure.
Hmm.
Uh, like no sort of chemical or substance in them. They're very, very pure.
So very unfiltered, etc.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Estella, you know how to summon spirits.
Yes, that would help. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So don't hate me. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna make it rain. Pun not intended. Um.
Okay.
That's
But
fine.
I'd like to get under some cover because it might actually make summoning him a little bit easier. Um. So let me pull up Brands of Mercy. I'm gonna spend a point of gnosis.
Mhm.
Um. And I'm gonna make it rain. And I'd like to do um the rite of summoning with Estella's help. I'd like to summon Grandfather Thunder.
Why?
Because that's his totem spirit. That's Javier's totem spirit. And so if there's any resonance of Javier here, he might be able to locate it.
Okie dokie.
I
Hadn't
mean,
planned for that.
what?
I said I hadn't planned for that, but okay.
I mean, that's that. I mean, I can do that later, and I can
Well, we
nix
can't
the
roll. We can't
nix.
even roll dice right now. So,
Okay, all right. Well,
Let me see
I'm gonna nix.
if I can roll dice. Give me a second. Let me see if I can roll dice.
I'm gonna nix the rain then. Never mind.
it's like it's going to be really hard to do most of this scene because we can't roll dice.
Okay.
So I may have to postpone.
Do you want me to? Do you want me to go into a different dice roller, like a different venue's dice roller,
I did that.
and
Yeah,
it's still
it's
not working?
all of
No, it's all.
Discord bots are down.
They're
You
all.
can.
Yeah, all Discord bots are down.
I mean, you can Google dice roller and roll however many dice.
And I have an app that could on my phone that could do it, and I just send a screenshot. But
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's too much work. I mean, if you guys want to call it here, because we are here, and wait for maybe postpone it for another day. I'd be cool with that. And maybe the Discord bots will be working again.
Yep. Whatever the SD thinks is best.
What does the storyteller think is best?
Um, I mean, yeah, we can't really roll any dice, and it doesn't seem like you want to do much exploring before you start doing stuff. So,
Well, I mean, I've got stuff I've got to collect, so there's that. We could do that, but I'd have to roll dice for foraging.
yeah, exactly.
So,
It's like, well,
so
like there's not a whole lot. Even if you do go exploring, I need you to roll dice. I can't give you everything.
yeah.
Let me see here.
So
Okay.
Oh,
so yeah, I guess we're gonna put a pin in it here, and we will do a part 2 as soon as we can.
Okay. At least
But
we're here.
yep, you made it to Pangea, and you have seen a little bit of what it looks like so far.
Okay. You guys, yeah, okay. Hopefully the dice rollers will be working next time.
Hopefully, I didn't even think to
Hopefully.
check before we even started the scene.
Okay.
They've always worked.
yeah, I've never
How they
had
go-
it before. That's what's
Yeah.
crazy.
They go down once in a while, especially if Discord's doing a major update.
Yeah. It's alright.
Well, all right. So we will pick up with part 2 as soon as we can. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. We will see you next time. Goodbye.